how to make the universe serve you and give what you want instead of you serving it. In most people's lives, they are not in control, right? Their life is filled with chaos, and the universe determines what they have and what they don't have. They don't control reality, but reality controls them. In order for the universe to serve you and give what you want instead of you serving it, first you need to understand that there is no separation between you and the universe. You need to understand the oneness between you and the universe. Now most people think that universe is some sort of external entity that acts upon you. Some might call it fate, right? Most people go on about their lives and they think that random shit happens to them and they label it as fate. It is because of fate that my life is like this. Or some may call it luck, right? They attribute the circumstances that they are in to some unknown force and they call it fate or luck or just the universe. But what they don't realize is all the stuff that happens in their life is a direct result of them. They are in control, but they just don't know it. Now, there is source, right? Everything from this universe came from the source energy. We don't know what it is, but we can conceptualize it as the source. And everything that you see around you, the universe, planets, literally the entire existence came from the source, right? And you are a physical manifestation of source. Since everything has come from the source, everything, the entire existence of yourself and around and the world has come from the source, and you are a physical manifestation of the source, right? If the universe has come from the source and if you have come from the source, then we can say that you and the universe are the same. And think for an example, right? So let's say there are two people and both of them are in the same town. um, they are in the same income level, their families are in the same income level, they both get the same, they both are going to the same school, they both are going to the same college, they are both going to the same job. Like every circumstances that they were given are the same, but one succeeds and one doesn't. Why is that? Because the fact here is, how you govern internally is how the universe governs you externally, right? You might have the same resources that the other guy has, but the other guy, he succeeds in his life but you cannot. The other guy succeeds in his business but you cannot. The other guy can, get a partner, get a attractive life partner, but you cannot. Whatever it may be the case, you see other people manifesting their dream life effortlessly but you cannot. Just because you don't realize the fact that how you govern internally is how the universe will govern you externally. If you can be a master of your internal reality, then mastering external reality becomes effortless. Now, since we have established the relationship on that you are the universe, or you can say you are a part of the universe, and how you govern internally is how you will be governed externally, we can say that the universe, so here's you and here's the universe. We can say that how your internal world is, your external world will be, right? Now, we can say that the universe acts like a mirror, right? So, when you say I want more money, now since you are the universe and the universe is a mirror, and how you govern internally is how you will get governed externally. And when you say I want more money, the universe is a mirror and it reflects. when you say I want more money, and when you feel like you don't have enough money, because when you say I want more money, then that means I don't have money, right? All your thoughts, all your beliefs, all your expectations, how you react, everything, when it emits that I want more money, which says I don't have money, then the universe also reflect that, which says I want more money. Or you will be put in a reality where you will not have enough money, because that is what you have been emitting, right? You can say this as your frequency. Your frequency is a culmination of all your beliefs, where your focus goes, what your identity is, what your beliefs are. I think I have already said beliefs, I don't know. What your expectations is, how you react to the reality, what you feel grateful for, everything, how you feel internally is your frequency. And your frequency is your vibration, and your vibration is determined by how you feel every day, right? So if you feel like you don't have enough money, the universe will reflect that, right? If you say I don't have money, I want more money, the universe will also reflect that, which again continues the same reality you're in right now, right? If you say I want more money, the universe will reflect that. It will say, okay, you want more money, I will put you in a reality where you will keep wanting money. Your reality will not change, because the universe doesn't care what you want, it only cares about what you feel, right? And since you and the universe are the same, how you feel internally is what will get reflected back externally as well. The circumstance you are in right now, it is entirely created by you, right? You are the creator of your life, of the circumstances you are in, of the situations you are in, whatever it may be. You have been manifesting the situation you are in right now for a long time. Every person is manifesting every day. Right at this moment, you are manifesting your future life, right? If unexpected bills come up, or if unexpected expenses come up, it might be because, and if it might be because you have been emitting this frequency, the frequency of scarcity, or you can call it poverty consciousness, right? But let's take another example, right? Let's say you say I have money, right? You feel grateful about the money you have, you use the money you have in a proper way, you take care of your finances, you take care of your expenses, and you're not insecure about your money, you're not worried about money, right? Because you have the confidence that you can always make more money, right? So if the overall frequency you emit, for example your beliefs, your identity, your attention, the emotions you feel, the thoughts you have, if everything culminates to a frequency where you emit I have money, then guess what will the universe will reflect? The universe will also reflect that. And one more important point about the universe is, the universe is not just a mirror, it is also a magnifier. What do I mean by the universe is a magnifier? The trick here is, whatever you emit as your frequency, whatever you emit as your emotion, the universe gets that and it magnifies it, right? So if you say I want more money, that essentially means, okay, there was a plane that was going ahead, I think it's gone. So what was I saying? Yes, so when you say I want more money, that is essentially saying I don't have money. And when you emit a frequency that I don't have money, the universe reflects that, but the universe also magnifies it, right? Have you ever wondered if you have ever been struggling for money? Unexpected bills may show up, unexpected expenses may show up. Your son, your daughter, or your wife may fall ill, and they might need to. Unfortunately, they might have to go to an hospital, and your expenses may pile up. The more you're worried about money right now, the more worried you will be in the future, right? Because the universe is a mirror, but it is also a magnifier. It doesn't just want to sustain your reality, it works to magnify it. So when you say, I have money, and you feel great about the situation you're in right now, then you will be put in a reality where you'll have more money, right? So it is entirely possible to change your reality. You just need to change your internal state. That is how you make the universe serve you instead of you serving it. Let me give you another example, right? So when you wake up angry, right? When you start your day in an angry way or in a worried way, have you ever realized that the entire day makes you more angry? You might end up dealing with people that makes you more angrier, more irritated, just because you started your day in an angry way. That is the universe trying to sustain that reality. So I have talked about this in the previous video. Whenever you go to sleep, you should always do it in a more calm, happy, joyful state. Right? You should not go to bed in a worried, irritated, or any negative emotion that may you have. You should process it, let it go, and go to, at least you should go to bed in a neutral state. Because whatever you feed into the subconscious, it will get reflected back. Because when you go to bed worried, or if you go to bed irritated, and when you wake up, that will get sustained by your subconscious mind. And when you wake up the next day irritated or angry, and if you start your day like that, then that will get sustained again, and it forms a vicious loop. If you are angry, the universe will give you more instances where it will make you angrier. If you're worried, the universe will give you more instances where it will make you more worried. If you are sad, then the universe will give you more reasons to be sad about. But the opposite is true as well. If you're happy, then the universe will give you more reasons to be happy. If you're joyful, then the universe will give you more reasons to be joyful. If you feel secure about your money, if you feel grateful about your money, then the universe will give you more money. The universe, the language of the universe, the language of the subconscious mind, the language of God is emotion. So, and at the end of the day, all it boils down to your frequency, and the most dominant factor of your frequency is your emotion. So, at the end of the day, just feel good. If this entire video, if this entire channel can be brought down to two words, it is feel good. But that is what most people struggle with. So, your frequency, so your emotions determine your vibration, and your vibration determines your frequency, and your frequency puts you in a reality. Manifest a reality, right? So at the end of the day, all it boils down is to what emotions you feel, right? You can also say it like, you can only have what you already have, right? So if you want more money, you need to get into the feeling of having more money. If you get into the feeling of having more money will be attracted, and more money will be manifested, right? If you want a life partner, you need to already go to the feeling of already having a life partner in order to materialize it in physical reality. It's as simple as that. That is how you make the universe serve you. So whatever you want in life, right, the universe will provide it. But the way the universe perceives what you want is not what you actually want, but it perceives what you feel. So let's say you want more money, right? Then, since the universe just cares about what you feel, you need to have the emotion. You need to have the emotions of having. So if you want more money, and you can extrapolate this to anything you want, it can be a life partner, it can be more health, it can be anything, right? So let's say you want more money, then you need to have the emotions of having more money. You need to experience the emotions of having more money. You need to act as if having more money, right? When you start acting as if, then your beliefs, your identity, the attention where you put, everything gets aligned, right? And once you act as if you're having more money, you don't need to actually spend that money, right? You just need to be, right? I'm not saying you to be financially responsible, because that creates a negative effect. I'm not saying that. What you need to do is start acting as if you have more money. Just be, just feel the emotions that you would feel if you are in your desired reality, which is having more money. And this equally applies to, it can apply to anyone. So let's say it can be specific as well. Let's say you're an entrepreneur and you're making $10,000 per month, but you want to scale it to 50 or 100K per month, right? And most entrepreneurs and most high performers, what they do is they tend to think that more action is required for them to scale. But no, what you're doing is actually working. You know how to make money. You just need to make more of it. Now, what is required is vibrational alignment. You need to be in the vibration of making 50K per month or 100K per month or whatever your target may be. You need to be vibrationally aligned with your desired reality. Taking more action is 99% it's not the right answer. And speaking of entrepreneurs, if you're an entrepreneur who is struggling with scaling their business, then check out the link in the description. But coming back to the point, at the end of the day, what we can boil down this entire video is just feel the emotions that you would feel as if you are in your desired reality. Because the universe language, it is not words, it is not verbal, it is emotions, it is what you feel. And since we have established that you are the creator of your life, you can also be the source of what you want, right? So let's say you want more love. Let's take a different example. So let's say I want more love. So what you can do is, since you have established that you need to go from want to have, you need to go from wanting energy to having energy. What you can do to establish that you already have what you want is, if you want more money, be the source of it. Be the source of money to someone else. So you can give away money. If you want more love, just be the source of having more love and giving it. Right? When you give it, then you indicate to the universe that you already have it. I'm not saying just go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not saying that. Even if it's a penny, even if it's a dollar, even if it's 50 cents, the act of giving, whether it be love, whether it be money, it can be anything. The act of giving indicates to the universe that you already have it. This is why 99% of the rich people, the millionaires, the billionaires that you see online, they are so much into charity work because of this one principle. What they give out is always comes back. Not because of karma or anything, just because of the simple fact that if they give it, then that means they already have it. And they are detached. They are not just they are not holding to their money like a dear baby. Because when they hold on to the money, then that indicates that they are lacking money, they can't have enough money. That just depicts an insecurity, right? But if they intentionally give out money to charities or any charity work, then that indicates to the universe that they can have more of it. They are detached, they can let go, they are confident that they can make more money. So they are put in a scenario where they have more money, right? If you see all these billionaires and these millionaires, their network keeps on increasing, even though they are doing ton of charity work, just because of the simple fact that if they can give it, they can have it, right? So start being the source of what you want, and start being the source of what you want, and start feeling the emotions of how you would feel if you already got the thing you wanted. And that's it from me. That is how you make the universe serve you instead of you serving it. And I will see you in another video.